Thank you, Babaji. Thank you so much. And without wasting any time, I would like to invite our very own Dr. Rakesh Joshi ji to share his wisdom with us, guide us. Dr. Ji.
Good evening. Namaskar. Thank you very much for giving an insight on where we are heading to. We say it's all inclusive, but it can go in any direction. There are ways to approach. You want to reach a destination, you have means and ways to get it, reach there. But knowing that you already are at the point where you have started makes it absolute. Absolute is you take any direction. Take any direction, positive, negative, whatever is the direction. The absolute value mathematically remains the same. How to apply this in our daily lives? We call positive attitudes, positive actions, negative mindsets, negative way of doing things. All these are our own creations of mind supported by the body. The absolute identity, that is me, the real you, the real me, the spirit, the essence, the soul has nothing to do with it. So the idea is how to put myself on the driver's seat. If I want to go by the route of body and mind, this will be equivalent to putting the cart before the horse and would have limited implications. Yes, it will give me a brief solace, a respite, but the driver, the real me, remains thirsty, feels incomplete. आज विश्व भर से लोग हैं यहाँ, तो मैं चाहूंगा इस बात को सीधे सीधे कुछ हिंदी में भी रख दिया जाए। घोड़े को काट से पहले रखिए, रथ से आगे रखिए। जिसको कमांड में आना है उसे कमांड में आने दीजिए। ड्राइवर को ड्राइवर की जगह बैठने दीजिए तो गाड़ी अपने आप चलेगी। अच्छा घोड़ा, रथ में कोई कमजोरी भी होती है तो खींच के ले जाता है उसको, ये उसकी अपनी ताकत होती है। आपने सुना होगा एक पहिया हट गया फिर भी चलता रहा। So the idea is how I can myself, the real me, the absolute one, can be at the driver's seat. The way out is very simple. You need to know how to give the first spark, how to give the first ignition, how to see that it gets out of through the escape velocity What is inhibiting it? Any rocket or a spaceship has to cross something which is called the gravitational bindings. It has to go out with an escape velocity, and escape velocity demands a spark. Now, this spark is different from a flame. You don't need a lot of things to happen. It needs only a simple trigger called Tattva Bodh. That is the basic elemental knowledge of the self. Now, what is Tattva? Tattva is the last unit you reach by breaking down it to the lowest level. You break any matter to a level where it cannot be broken further. The last point that you reach is the element. So one has to reach the elemental level of self, and that is nothing but Sat, Chitta, and Ananda. That is truth, absolute consciousness, and absolute bliss. So, truth is which doesn't change. Absolute consciousness is different from consciousness. You know this is happening, but you cannot take decision. This is not absolute. Absolute consciousness is one when I am in command of myself. So I can take action. I am capable of doing it. And that is what called absolute consciousness. And being into this state, remaining into that state, continuity of this state, along with coming out of all fluctuations. That means भावों के उतार चढ़ाव से परे होना. You come out of what is the mind game. You reach your entirety. This is the spark one needs to get the escape velocity to come out of it. The gravity tells you to fall down. You don't, because you have achieved the escape velocity by this initial spark. Maintaining your journey so that you start from, you come back to your originality. Now, whatever I am giving as an example may not be one-to-one in correspondence with the absolute inclusiveness. Why? Because you have to give examples which are understood by mind. Only because we start from initially from the mind level. That is the prerequisite. So, the body, mind, and the soul, considering them as three different mechanisms is one way to look at it. The other way and the better way is we call things connected, people connected. We say that we are universal family and we are human beings connected. The places are connected to each other. The countries are connected. जुड़ा होना कब मानते हैं हम? When we call, they are connected. When there is flow of signal. When you start from a point and reach again. When there is something to take you back to where you started. For example, if I travel to United States of America, New Jersey, go to New York, and not able to come back where I started. Then I initiated my journey, but I got somewhere. I may like to be there. It's my choice. But if I want to come back to the point where I started, then really my journey ends at the point where I started. Now this is connection. This is connectivity. एक गाड़ी यहां से निकली और वहां पहुंची और वापस आपको ले आई. If there is a flight to New York, but there is no flight in return, coming the return journey, you cannot come back. So it is not connected. It is only one way. Are we connected one way to the universal consciousness? Or there is a two-way connection? Is the one way making us happy because our mind gets satisfaction? Or we are the seeker of real absolute truth? That is a choice. And what I call this is, I am not obliged to win. That yes, I have started at smaller points, winning this, winning that, winning this. This is all mind game. I am not obliged to win small battles. I am not obliged to win. I am obliged to remain truth. I am obliged to remain truthful. So with this small self-conviction, I become potentially eligible to attain this spark called enlightenment. This spark is the first step, which is called the Tattva Bodh. That is the basic elemental knowledge of the self, which is capable of giving me this flame to come out of this gravitational influences that inhibit myself to go beyond the beauty of this earth or the surroundings, which I think is everything. So the point is, it starts from self-confession. You come to a point called self-conviction that yes, I'll remain truthful. I'll not compromise with something which is not truth. I'll accept only when I experience it through my own journey, through my own understanding, through my own realization. Because flow of information that I get satisfied with cannot be equated to the knowledge. And the knowledge is not equal to the wisdom. The wisdom may not be equal to the realization. जानकारी होना अलग बात है. जानकारी ज्ञान से अलग हो सकती है और जानकारी संतुष्टि के स्तर पर आराम से रखती है. मैंने जान लिया, मुझे हो गया, मैंने कर लिया, मुझे पता है, I know it. This is the level of satisfaction. ये जानकारी का स्तर है. The knowledge leads me only to what satisfies me, to the level of my mind only. Knowledge can be different from it. And the knowledge is only one of the steps. You have to go beyond and reach your true wisdom, जिसको विवेक कहते हैं. And vivek and true wisdom is nothing but to be able to apply a filter to see what is truth and what is not. जानकारी के बाद का चयन और मंथन ही विवेक है. Now this wisdom is something that allows me to choose And if I choose it correctly, the finality comes to me is realization. बोध कहते हैं जिसे, और बोध किसी भी विजडम, जानकारी और ज्ञान से ऊपर की बात है। यही वो एक स्पार्क है जिसकी हमें आवश्यकता है। This is the spark that is needed to allow it to start the journey, so that it comes out the shackles of the gravitational forces that inhibit it. और ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स यही कहती है कि तुझे तो भैया नीचे ही जाना है। काहे को जाएगा भैया? Why you need to go? Come to your originality. Stay put at the position where you are, with the determination that yes, I am the Sat, Chit and Ananda. Now this, without this spark, called real enlightenment or the Tattva Bodh, the subsequent step will not happen. Sometimes people call, ये तो simultaneous है, इसके बाद ये हो जाएगा, इसके बाद ये हो जाएगा. You have a kid when you do something. You have a marital life. You have to go through the process. ममता तब आती है जब मां को बच्चा होता है. A mother realizes what is motherhood only when she has a kid. So you get the experience, the feelings, emotions only when you have the content. Without having the content is simple information, not the knowledge. It will not lead me to the second higher step, which is the wisdom. And without wisdom, there will be not an available opportunity for me to select, to stay put at the truth. And you again fall back to with the action of gravity, again to where you started. So this conviction comes fearlessly, flawlessly, when the soul is on the driver's seat, and it is the requirement. So I put it like that. Your soul is the operating system. It is operating everything. The body and mind are the operated ones. So you upgrade your operating system, that is the soul, by this spark, this ignition called Tattva Bodh, the basic elemental knowledge of the self, the real truth. From where? From this flame, you apply this. Once it is there, once the system is upgraded, update starts coming. If you don't upgrade your system, update will cease to come at one point. So you need to upgrade your OS, that is the operating system, so that you get the updates to the body and mind also flawlessly. So they are not distinct identity. The driver is in command, and this system makes you flawless. This makes you fearless. And that is why Mahapurush call it Nirbhav Nirvay Akal Murat, the fearless. So it is not the notional truth I should be subjected to or I should be satisfied to. Come to the absolute truth through absolute inclusiveness. That is what EKATVA is offering. So I summarize things by saying that upgrade your soul, that is upgrade your operating system, that is upgrade your OS, so that you regularly receives the updates which are required for your body and mind also to flow flawlessly with it. The vehicle should not interfere with the commands of the driver. So upgrade your OS to update so as. Upgrade your OS to update so as. Please take this as a takeaway point. This is possible. This is attainable. We can get it. Thank you very much. We'll keep on coming and elaborate further on each of the points we touched in the subsequent session, and would also have one-on-one and interactive sessions on how to really realize it, not to stay put only at the information level, but to realize. And self-realization is the essence that leads automatically to the true love and the inner happiness, so that the outer and inner are not distinct. Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Bahar bhitar ek hai jano, ye gur gyan batayi, jan nanak bin apa chinhe mite na bhram ki gai. Let us remove the disparity of the outer and the inner world. Let us make them flawless. Let there be no outer, no inner. Let there be one, absolute one. And that is we call the EKATVA, the absolute inclusiveness. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Joshi ji. Thank you so much. I am absolutely speechless. Every time I hear you, I am so overwhelmed. So give control to Almighty. And I am not obliged to win small battles. I am obliged to remain truthful. So now, having said that, I will invite my soul sister, Sarita Mutreja ji, for a prayer and closing this session. Sarita ji.
Thank you so much, everybody. We would like to thank with the deepest of our love and care for all of us. I just have a little Sanskrit chanting, and then we will close the session, and we will have the sessions continuously happening every month. So let's all pray to Almighty. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Mah Kaschid Dukh Bhag Bhavet. And the English translation to it is, let all be happy, let all be free from debilitation, let all see goodness, let there be no victims of sorrow. Thank you again, all. And we are looking forward for a monthly session that has so far been on our agenda. So we invite Rakesh Joshi ji next month with the wonderful intricacies of spirituality to be explained well and to be understood by everybody. Thank you so much again. Thank you all.